Hey guys, welcome back to We Watch Movie. I'm Mike, he's Jay, and we're finally reviewing Bone Tomahawk, starring the great Kurt Russell, making his motherfucking comeback.
Motherfucking steaks on a fucking plane. You know what? The Bone Tomahawk name, it sounds like what you would give a girl to bed.
That's what I told her.
Bone Tomahawk!
That's what I told my wife when we were watching it. I was like, that's what I'm gonna call my dick.
Bone Tomahawk?
Bone Tomahawk. In this movie, it's based back in the Old West, back when Indians and cowboys fought each other and shit like that. Kurt Russell's the sheriff of the town with his giant beard, as he should be. Matthew Fox is in this movie. Matthew Fox makes a comeback. Matthew Fox is a good friggin' actor. You know? Yeah, Lost he was the shit. You didn't watch Lost. He was the shit in Lost.
No, I've seen him in other stuff. He's alright.
Apparently he's a crazy fucking character in real life, so there's been some issues with that, I guess. But Matthew Fox is in this. He plays like a howdy-do dude, like he's killed a shitload of Indians. He's done some shit, but he's really like kind of fancy.
He's like a dapper dude kind of guy. Yeah, like he was all smooth skin. He's smooth, man.
He's smooth, yeah. And then David Arquette's in this, which David Arquette's another actor who I think is actually underrated. You might think
I like Sid from fucking House of a Thousand Corpses and Devil's Rejects.
Sid Page, they started this movie out. They stumbled across something they shouldn't come across. David Arquette's a sketchy character who comes into town. And then Patrick Wilson, the dude from The Conjuring, you know, he's in this, and his leg's broken, which they mentioned 6 billion times in the movie. So he has his wife, and then she's like a nurse or whatever.
Doctor.
Something happens, she has to go tend to someone, and then all of a sudden these crazy fucking cannibalistic Indians take her. So Patrick Wilson with his broken leg, he's gimp as fuck, and him and Kurt Russell being the badass good guy he is, the sheriff of the town, decides to take him. Matthew Fox, Kurt Russell, the backup deputy, they all go, and it's the backup deputy's opinion that they go after these Indians, even though they know they have no chance. These cannibalistic Indians are crazy. They have some weird magic voodoo shit. They're like fucking Predator, really. That's what
they sound like. Yeah.
And then they go on this few days like hunt across the desert to take on something that they know they have no chance against to save Patrick Wilson's wife, and it's about the journey of that shit, and that's Bone Tomahawk.
The way the movie starts with David Arquette and the Sid guy from House of a Thousand Corpses and Devil's Rejects, you already can tell it's going to be graphic, because they're sawing these fucking people's throats, and you can see it, I'm like, wow, I was like, do you have a Valium? But he's sawing these people's throats, and you're like, this is going to be graphic as shit. And as it goes along further, it's not as graphic as you think when they're going across the frontier towards the cave where they dwell to rescue Patrick Wilson's wife. Because that part did kind of slow down. It kind of sunk a little bit there. Yeah. Other than that, though, when they get to the cave and there's a certain scene that happens, you're like, wow.
Oh, yeah.
There was one scene that specifically happened when they're in the cave and Kurt Russell and all that stuff, those guys are trying to rescue his wife, and you're like, bitches be thirsty.
That's what I'm saying. Well, you're watching it, right? And this stuff happens, and you're wondering, like, I knew this was supposed to be a horror Western type film, but like when they go through the frontier and they're trying to track down these Indians, they're on foot with horses, whatever. It's slow burn. It's really slow burn. It's a slow moving movie, but you almost like it. It's perfect because it hits you the right way. Because when the shit actually hits the fan, and give it time, when the shit hits the fan in this movie and that these crazy Indians come out and do their bidding, I'll say, it's scary as fuck, man. Yeah. Like, it's like, holy shit, did you just... I'm just going to say ass cheek fuck. You know what I'm talking about?
They fucked you in the ass cheek?
No, they didn't fuck anybody in that. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, they really made...
I know what ass cheek fuck is.
I don't know. I'm just saying, they really made the most of the butt crack. This scene, this one scene in particular, like, I was sitting there like, oh, fuck, the butt crack scene.
Oh, God, yeah.
I was like, literally, like, back of my seat, like, don't, oh.
You know what the worst thing...
Fuck, he did.
The worst thing about that scene specifically, though, was he was alive.
Oh.
And I was thinking about, like, I was like, does anybody have a wishbone? Does anybody have a wishbone? But it was actually sad, though, because Kurt Russell was trying to talk to him, too.
Yeah.
He was trying to talk to him, like, we're going to avenge you. It's going to be okay. They're on the way. If I'm in that stage, like, somebody's doing this to me, I don't want to hear a fucking word from your mouth. This is just happening. There's nothing you can do. And it's scary because you're, like, in this cave. There's nobody's going to help you.
Yeah.
And they're doing it in front of your friends because they want to show, I like to eat ass cracks. That's what I like. I like genitals, and I like it all.
Oh,
and then what they did to their females...
Oh, those chicks?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
That was so fucked up.
No.
This is not a spoiler review, so we don't want to give anything away. Because I want you guys to really watch this shit. But it's not Green Inferno or fucking Day of the Dead gross. It's not that. I don't know. I didn't watch Green Inferno, but it's not Day of the Dead gross. I know that. But it is fucking it's vicious. It's one of the more vicious scenes I've seen in a long fucking time.
And Kurt Russell's sitting there, and he just brings weight to it. Like, you're not watching, like, when Kurt Russell's there, and he's being his tombstone-ass self, because he was Tombstone in this movie. He was like, he looks like he did in The Hateful Eight, but he acts kind of like he did in Tombstone. Like, there's one scene where he's like, you mention horses again, I'll slap you red. And I was like, God damn!
But you know what? When Kurt Russell does his thing, I always felt like he was going to be like, you called down the thunder, well now you got it. Like, he looks like, he's like, and
go ahead and skin that smoke wagon.
And you know the thing about Kurt Russell is, like, Kurt Russell, to me, has always been the quintessential cowboy. So when he played those parts, when he plays these parts, I think that's perfect. Every time he plays a part like that, you're like, this is fucking Kurt Russell. This is exactly what Kurt Russell is. I really hope that Kurt Russell gets back into the mainstream somewhere.
Absolutely, man.
Because Hateful Eight obviously puts him there, but this movie is underrated. I mean, because nobody gives a fuck about it because they don't know about it, but it's Kurt Russell. Every time I hear Kurt Russell, I'm going to watch it except for, like, Herbie.
Yeah.
Is it Herbie? I don't
know. He was in some, like, Walmart family film, too.
But with this movie specifically, like, this is like Kurt Russell saying, yeah, I still fucking got it.
And it's not like Expendables, like, when you see these characters and you're like, oh, you look sort of like the guy that you used to look like. Where he has the beard and the whole Western attire and everybody's kind of broken down. It's just, this is flat out like, we got to go back into the past of the 90s and see Kurt Russell in his prime because he's so super badass.
I don't think in this movie he looked that old. Like,
no, he didn't. It's the beard, dude.
Yeah, it's the beard.
It's the wonderful beard that he
has.
Walrus
fucking beard.
Absolutely. But this movie, like I said, it's a slow burn Western. And when the horror shit comes, it comes with the motherfucking thunder. And you'll know what I'm talking about.
But like you were saying, you gotta stick around for it. I mean, because it will sag like a dirty diaper in the middle. You'll be like, it's kind of boring right now and nothing's happening.
But that makes the payoff all the more
special. Does. I mean, because really, the really fucked up shit happens probably like the last 30 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
Because the other stuff is just them like talking about stuff and what's going on and it has like journey across. And they're exploring this guy that's broken tibia, his love for his wife because he won't stop, which is understandable. I mean, he won't quit. I mean, he just wants to get, which is admirable. You're sitting there like, fuck yeah, Patrick. You were in the Conjuring. You survived the Sinister. You're gonna survive this. And,
Insidious.
Yeah, Insidious. I mean, you're gonna survive all of this. And he actually was not a bad character.
He was good, and that lends to survivor horror too. You don't only have a Western, and you don't only have a gore house horror film. You also have survival horror because what he's going through is gnarly as fuck. Like, it's really gnarly.
Did you think when the ending happened though? Did the people that you thought would survive? Was that a surprise to you, or did you think that was going to happen? I kind of felt like
it fit.
I kind of felt like what was going to happen in the end was you kind of could tell that was going to happen at some point.
Yeah, it made a lot of good sense to me. And like, it's that perfect old school throwback to like the old school movies of you got your hero, a badass, in a gnarly, terrible situation. Like, how is he possibly going to get out of this? And there's blood and there's gore, and somehow they make their way out or whatever. But like, they're in such a bad spot that it's really entertaining to watch how it's going to happen. I give this movie an 8.5. I thought it was really fucking good.
I give it an 8.0. I'm right there. I'm on the boat with that because other than the middle part kind of sagging out and every once in a while you get a little kind of like, when's the fucking shit gonna happen? It's still amazing as fuck. This is Kurt Russell mixed with Wyatt Earp, Hateful Eight, and fucking Snake Plissken all in one.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna take these motherfuckers down that wear the white mud crud faces, and I don't give a shit.
At the same time, he's toned down. Like, he's calm. Like, he's not out there like chewing the scenery really or anything. He's pretty calm and like laid back. But he's just such a badass. It fits.
But he can explode so quick, and that's what I like about it.
Exactly. So this is a great fucking out of nowhere movie that you have got to see if you're a horror fan, if you're a Kurt Russell fan, if you're a Western fan. Watch this movie. Get ready for butt crack central. It's gonna happen to your face. I give it an 8.5. Jay gives it an 8. Comment down below. What's your favorite Kurt Russell role of all time? I gotta go Tango and Cash, dude.
I'm gonna go Big Trouble in Little China.
I can't blame
Old Jack Burton.
I gotta go Tango and Cash, though. I fucking love that movie with my whole heart.
But then again, maybe we're gonna say Wyatt Earp, which is Tombstone. But Jack Burton, come on. The check is in the mail.
Skin that smoke wagon. Comment down below. Let us know what you guys think. Click that subscribe button and get some wham up in you.
Every day, all day.
Kill some Indians. Wait, no. That sounded back in the